Right, but let me also quickly introduce Mr. Ilia. Right, he's a software engineer from Tentor, and today the topic will be PG Stack Advisor, optimizing PostgreSQL Planner statistics with recommendations. It's a slightly longer talk, 40 minutes, 40, followed by Q&A.
Good afternoon. Nice to see you here. My name is Ilia. I'm from Tentor Labs. I'm a Postgres developer, and I will talk about the extension of Postgres PG Advisor. Perhaps somebody knows that I told you about this extension a year ago, but now it can recommend not only a basic recommendations with an analyze of table or something else, but also it can automatically create extended statistics on about some criteria, but about this I told you further. What will we cover today? Firstly, we consider a lot some issues with planner statistics about how to configure after vacuum GUC parameters, about other issues. I told you about. I will tell you about the extension, how it works, how it consists of internally, and about future plans, about my future developments of this extension. So, the first issue, perhaps somebody faces to it, it means that your estimation of rows in some queries is bad because of some queries, some other issues predicts a wrong number of rows, and somebody, because of that, your plan is not correct, is not optimal. But so if you have this problem, in my opinion, this extension can help you. In the ideal situation, when estimation is equal to the reality. So in our presentation, we consider with a very simple example. So we create a table with two integer columns, and of course we turn off the after vacuum because we should run it manually in order to consider the more issues. So, in order not to consider very trivial, very simple examples, we fill the table with different and diverse data with low cardinality. So, we insert 10 million rows in this table, and we do not execute analyze, and as you can see, that estimation is very bad in comparative reality. And the first recommendation, if you see this situation, of course, it's execute analyze or correct values of after vacuum, I mean threshold and scale factor. Perhaps you know, if you run analyze, of course, we have statistics of table, and sometimes it's not enough to run analyze. Why? Because we have a very low GUC parameter like default statistics target. As you know, this is the size of statistics, the size of histogram, MCV, and the other parameter of table. And maybe somebody knows that if after vacuum consider the table, he collects default statistics target multiple 300 value, but why after vacuum do that? It's very complicated question, and the answer is about 10 from 10 to 20 pages of article. So the first issue of planner statistics is that we have the low default statistics target. All right, we get it greater, and it doesn't help. Why? We have a very detailed statistics. Okay, so we have done everything, but we can lose one detail, that when we consider two-column table, these columns can be related. In our example, we have two columns that one we can get by multiplying to another. So two columns are related, and if planner knows about this situation, it can predict predict better estimation. So in our example, we add extended statistics with dependencies, but we have a lot of kind of statistics we have before, but in this extension, we can use only three. And in this slide, it doesn't display about extended statistics of expressions. Okay, when we add this extended statistic of dependencies, we can see that estimation is equal to actual rows. So we have three issues, and in order to solve it, I write the extension PostgreSQL Advisor. So what does it do? First, if you never execute analyze, this extension display about this, and he recommends to do it by displaying of this information. It's the first feature, and the second feature is it can automatically create extended statistics by some conditions. Which conditions we consider the following? So about the internals of this extension. This extension works like some of the most common extensions, like PostgreSQL statements or auto explain. So we have a hook in executor, PG init, and in this function happens three actions. So the first, we allocate a memory for data about extended statistics, but the first question is why we should allocate some memory for this data. When I benchmarked this extension and creates about 100 or 200 users, and if they at the same time run this extension, Postgres cannot process this information at the same time, and Postgres is slowing. And in order to solve it, I do the following. I set information about table, about the columns in this memory that I called ring buffer. And then this information is read by background task manager that in every 10 seconds or yeah, about 10 seconds, he sent to this daemon, and this information sends to a database worker that creates extended statistics on this table and collect information about these columns. What happens on the left of this schema? So the query that we executed sends to the executor and hook. The same hook is located on Pegasus statements, and how to explain. So the first condition is when you check that your table is analyzed fully. It means that perhaps you know that if you don't analyze all table, if you don't analyze all rows in this table, perhaps the problem in here that you didn't analyze all rows. So if you didn't analyze all rows, this extension doesn't work because I said about that. So, but if you never run analyze command or AutoVacuum didn't process it, about plan, there is a displayed about command that you should run. So about details in the next slide. So about configuration. In this extension, you have two Gug parameters. Firstly, in order to load this extension, you should write in PostgreSQL.conf in shared preload libraries. And when you start your instance, this extension allocates a memory for ring buffer, and the capacity of this memory is in ring buffer capacity. And the second Gug parameter is the ratio of estimation rows to actual rows. It means that if you have the ratio of estimation to actual ones is less than this Gug parameter, the extended statistics will be created. But if it's greater, no. So let's consider the examples. In this example, analyze did never run. So as you can see that it's displayed the information that the analyze command did never executed. So, okay, we run this command, and what's the next steps? Okay, we run analyzed, and then we set the second Gug parameter suggests this threshold. So we set 0.01. It means that if actual rows differs to estimation by 100 times, the created statistics will be created and collect the information about this. So as you can see, after the first execution of this query, you see that estimation is equal actual rows, and extended statistics have been created. So, and in this extension, we have some limitations and restrictions. The first restrictions, as I said, is created extended statistics do not create it in part-analyzed tables, because the problem could be in that you have non-analyzed rows. First of all, you should analyze all table, and then maybe if you have still this problem, your created statistics will be created. The first temporary tables. Perhaps, no, not perhaps. Sometimes when you create temporary tables, the time of living of these tables is very short, and there is no necessary to create statistics of temporary tables, and after that you have lost a time and memory to create statistics, analyze them. So it's not. So you shouldn't do that. So the next, update and delete commands. When you try to create extended statistics on these commands that change of size of a table, it is very weird, because perhaps you delete or insert or update the table, and after that you have a non-analyzed rows, and that's why we don't run this extension, these tables. So the third restrictions is in some nodes. First of all is join, because in order to run join commands, you have to have two tables, and as you know, extended statistics you can apply only for one table. You cannot create extended statistics for one column from one table and one column for the second table. And the fourth, it is not obviously criteria, but if you have a column with only one value, it means that if you calculate dependencies of this column and something other column, it is always be independent, because one column is not related to other. And it is so weird that on these columns we created extended statistics. So that were limitations, and about the future plans. The first, about kind of statistics. Perhaps you know that MCV statistics is compatible on special clauses in where. I mean, maybe someone knows that it's compatible only when you have clauses with var operation const, but not in joins, not in column 1 operation column 2. So, and every kind of statistics, it has some limitations of compatible. And in order to more correct applying of in some clauses, you should know about where every statistics applied on queries. But it is not easy issue, but perhaps in the future we can solve it. The second issue is remove useless extended statistics. When I benchmarked it, I noticed that I have a lot of extended statistics, and when I run analyze, the analyze started to, so it runs is more, so it runs longer than in previous time, somebody twice or more, and it's more important to remove the useless extended statistics in order not to load the analyze command. And the third is, perhaps it's the most complicated issue, is adjust default statistics target, because in area of extended, it's so complicated adjust default statistics target, because this parameter adjusts the size of histogram, MCV, and distinct value, the size of collected data. So it has a lot of functions, and from extension, it is so difficult to understand what exactly value it has be. So perhaps in the future we can solve it. That's all. If you have questions, I'm ready to answer it.
Anyone has any questions?
Okay. So fast? All right.
Thank you. It was very useful. I have questions. Months ago, I read article and I saw comparison of statistics in different databases, including Postgres, and I saw interesting result. Postgres had a much smaller statistics size comparing, for example, with Microsoft SQL and other databases. Do you think maybe Postgres has very small information in statistics and it's affect the work of the system in general?
In my opinion, yes, because as I know, in MS SQL, it has more configuration to adjust the size, what else? Okay, assume the size of statistics. For example, in MS SQL, we can adjust the size of histogram. It's one good parameter, and the size of collected statistics is another. And in Postgres, we have just one, default statistics target. And for me, it's not, okay, for me, it's so weird.
You mean it needs to improve?
Yeah, I'd like to improve it. Because but I can't do this in the extension. Perhaps we can do it in the kernel.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you for your talk. You said that you don't analyze statistics for join nodes, right?
Yeah.
So like you don't analyze the output, and what else after the joins? So you also don't analyze, or?
Yeah. I forgot about details about join. So if you run join command, yeah. But if you have so you have two tables, but if both first and the second you get it by some select query. For example, I don't know. So the first table is how can I explain it in a more simple way? So imagine, so you run select from, yeah, and the first table you get it by select command. Of course, this extension process this, and after and if you run the join query with just pointed only table, of course it's not, because the select queries, when you have where predict restrictions or something else, of course we should consider it, because sometimes I have one example in my experience when I run join, and for one table it has a selector that has a very bad estimation. But after improving it, the estimation is much better, and after that the join will be better. I don't know. Did I answer the question? No?
So you don't estimate the row count of join, right? So,
Yeah.
And only like predicates estimation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm lucky to take the microphone. I have a question. When you collect statistics, when you understand that this plan estimations differs from the actual ones, and you generate via the ring buffer and the worker a command to collect statistics, and do you sometimes extend the reservoir where you collect the samples, or you use it in the fixed value?
Sometimes I adjust with Goog, the second Goog parameter, but I considered another ways to, I considered another criteria of creating extended statistics. I don't know, perhaps somebody knows about development of Andrei Lepechov. He developed the similar extension, but he collects statistics with multiple indexes, just like in MSSQL. But what is more correct? It's a good question. And what is has a most useful way? Okay, perhaps I don't know, but the criteria of estimation is, in my opinion, is more correct, because we should create extended statistics if we have a better estimation. But another criteria is perhaps no. Did I answer the question? Okay. All right.
And sorry, I misunderstood your explanation on page 14. Do you take information from explain command or from select command? Because in your example on page 15 was example
the good,
from explain.
A good mark that this extension works only with explain and analyze command, because we can get estimation only in this by this command. And if you turn on auto explain extension.
Okay, great. Any more questions for Mr. Elias?
So the extension requires a restart when you are doing it for the first time. So you did mention about.
Sorry, can you repeat?
So does the extension, adding the extension to a database requires a restart? I saw that you have shared preload libraries to be updated.
Yeah, and so this. One mark, this extension works only if we have in a query only 2 columns. Perhaps you know that if we have only 1 column, the extended statistics is useless, except expression kind of statistics. And yeah, is a correct answer? No?
Mine is a basic question. So you had updated shared underscore preload underscore libraries parameter.
This, yeah?
Yeah. Do you need a restart? Obviously, you need a restart of the system.
The second Goog parameter, you can adjust it in your session. But the first, of course, you should adjust it only before the start instance. But if your instance is running and you would like to increase or decrease the capacity, you have to restart your instance, because in this extension you allocate the memory, and after restarting it is allocated again.
Thank you. Any more questions? Yeah. If not, let's thank Mr. Elias for sharing his open source project, PG Stack Advisor. Right? Yeah.
Okay. Any question? No.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.